Good afternoon. Happy Friday, April 3rd. Last Friday before we enter Holy Week. At least in the Christian tradition in the Catholic Church, the liturgical year, we enter Holy Week this Sunday. A Holy Week that will no doubt be different this year. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to share today, but I felt the urge to hit record. This week has been up and down, as I'm sure it has been for everybody, but for us and for me in particular, beginning of the week I was really struck. I shared this with some students yesterday, how much I missed being around people and just simply being in proximity to others. I love my dear family. I love those boys, and they are little moments of joy amongst the crying and the tears and the yelling, but there's something different about being with others. Community. We're built for community, as one of my favorite spiritual writers, well, not just that, but a lot of spiritual writers will say, and we are built to live with one another, and I feel it more than ever now, than I think I ever have, as the week has continued on. I wanted to just share, the one thing I wanted to share was a simple quote from Romans 8 that actually I believe was just recently a reading, one of the readings. In fact, it might have been this last Sunday. But it's from this book that we've been reading called Grieving Together. Since January, since we lost our child Patrick, I know I keep bringing it up, but it's our life. And I'm sure we all have different things going on and different things to grieve. But this was chapter 11 in the book, and every chapter starts out with a quote, and this one just continues to stick and takes on new meaning every day. You've heard it, or maybe you haven't, but I'm sure you have in some way or shape or form. Romans 8, verse 18. I consider that the sufferings of this present time are as nothing compared with the glory to be revealed for us. I'm not quite sure what else to say other than that there has to be that hope and in that glory that to be revealed, and that is also being, as I was sitting here, being revealed to us now. Jesus is here. God is here. God is present with us in this, as I think I see most often in my children and in my wife and in my family and closest friends, but also in others. Just yesterday, we were hunting for worms to go fishing in the backyard. And the pure joy on a 2.5-year-old or a 4-year-old, 3.5-year-old's face when they find a worm is striking. So it just reminded me of yes, there is something good in this life. Not to negate the horrors and the tragedies that continue all over, but to help me continue moving forward. I have to bask in those moments of glory that have already been revealed and continue to be revealed. So I hope that you're able to, as I am, weed through these sufferings and these times of grief and anger and find those worms in the midst. Or those bright sunshines, or today we learned about the ruby-throated hummingbird, which, by the way, did you know it takes 250 breaths per minute? Who knew? It beats its wings 50 times every second. But the wonder and awe that children approach the world, even in times like this when they know something's not quite right. I think it's a little peek into that glory that is to be revealed, and we commemorate in this week coming up in Holy Week. So, happy Friday. You made it to the end of week 2 of virtual learning. For a lot of people, it's end of week 3 or week 4 of being online. I hope you find time to connect with others, connect with God, as I try every day. And sometimes doesn't work out, but we keep moving. Thinking of you, keeping you in prayer. Peace, everybody.